Alright, so this guy has just showed up at my door because today I'm building another storage server. Because it turned out that 176 terabytes wasn't enough. And this server that you can probably hear in all my videos is full. Oh, hang on, it's black. It was silver in the pictures. But in this bag has been sitting patiently the computer that's going inside this case. I'm not going to be putting any SSDs in the storage pool. This is purely going to be a hard drive based server because I want to have the cost per terabyte as cheap as possible, and I don't need this thing to be rapid fast. This is purely going to be for backups. I'm not even going to put a 10 gig NIC in it, even though all the other servers are 100 gigs. Yeah, let's just crack this thing open. I'm probably going to need that other bit. Not going to lie, this would probably be quicker with a screwdriver. Really? Why is the bloody tray there? Okay. Didn't expect that to be flapping around in the breeze. I would expect that goes... So I had every doubt that this power supply wasn't going to fit in here, but to my surprise it actually fits. So let's get this guy screwed in. So you've probably noticed that this power supply has an extra fan on the back. That isn't stock, and that's been added there because this is an ATX power supply and they famously vent from the top. Now this being a server is probably going to have another server stacked on top of it. Now what that means is that this power supply won't be able to vent when a server is placed on top of this, and so this has been added to give it an air intake. Now the easiest thing to do is to probably plop this M-ATX board in. Just like that. In fact I should probably remove these first before I screw that in. Oh okay, you've got to break these off. Yeah, okay. Probably then definitely a good idea to remove these before installing the board. Yeah, there we go. I think we'll have to take all these off. Oh my god. Yeah, that's a little bit sharp. Let me just grab some bloody pliers. Cool, they can go in the bin along with some of my DNA. Okay, now it's time to install the motherboard. So in addition to being a backup server, I also intend this server to run a couple of VMs, so things like Home Assist and Pi-hole, just so I can shut down the noisy server that you're hearing now, and then this one, which hopefully is going to be quieter, can just run all those VMs. I'm pretty sure that one is cross-threaded because it isn't tightening. There isn't even a post in that one either, so I can't even screw that corner down, which pretty sure there's meant to be something there. That corner is just flapping around in the breeze. So.
There was indeed supposed to be a post there. So I took the board out to install it. There was some optional spares in the accessory kit.
And in my attempt to get back at the case for taking a blood sample, I'd bent it. So yeah, oh well. I'm sure that won't affect putting in any of the HBOs or the GPUs, so I'm not too bothered. Which, thinking of, it's probably time to install the GPU and the HBO. So, in first is going to be our beautiful NVidia NVS 310, the greatest GPU, to ever be released from NVIDIA. So let's just slot that puppy in. There we go. And next is a HBO that I just misplaced. Just some generic HBO from Amazon. This is going to add 2 extra SATA ports to our server. So the 4 SATA ports that are on the board can go to 4 hard drives in the front. And then the 2 SATA ports back here, one is going to be used for the boot drive and the other is going to be used for another mechanical hard drive. So I probably should have placed that in. Next thing is going to be to install the boot drive. This is just the cheapest SSD you could imagine, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be anything special, it's just going to host the OS. For the server, despite my hatred towards it, I'm going to be running Windows 11, purely because something needs to run Windows 11 in this place. 10 is very slowly going to be outdated in about 4 months from now. So yeah, I thought I might as well keep this updated as much as I can.
And to install the boot drive, I needed to disassemble the case further. A bit of an awkward way to install internal drives.
Appears that this isn't going to fit in a 3.5-inch hard drive. Well, at least the way it's going to be. I could probably mount it that way if I drilled some holes.
I fight fire with fire. I roll rivers and rain. Fever spreading like wire. Go kill like Evelyn Kane. Nobody to see, nobody to lose. Young blood on the street, been blackened and bruised. Get ready for me, I'm ready for you. Go sharpen the blade.
That guy has been officially installed the proper way. It's time to wire this thing up, as that's the only thing left.
I must admit I really like this case, as it ticked all the boxes. Finding this was really difficult. I also really enjoy the fact that the backplane uses SATA connectors rather than those mini SAS you often find.
Oh, no. Pretty sure that bracket is going to prevent that SATA from plugging into the SSD. Okay, update. With a little bit of persuasion, I managed to get it in. Let's connect power, connect Ethernet. And yeah, ouch. Let's hope nothing explodes or catches fire, or both. Okay then, I think it might be time to seal this guy up. Yeah, you mind me later. Cool. She's on. Has the drive showed up? Yes, it has. That is great. Without giving it another blood sample, let's place this lid on. And if I can remember where I put those screws, we can get moving. Fortunately, this doesn't have a quick release top like my other servers, but I can manage. And I've noticed they didn't give you any rack lugs to screw this thing into a rack, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about that. But there she is.